Did you know that I have a cat named Kismet? You've met him, I think, maybe once.
No, I think like maybe twice. Where is he?
Him and my other cat, Kim. They went to stay with my dad while I was moving in with you a while ago, and he wouldn't let me take them back.
They're lifers now
Yeah,
with him.
they're his now.
Well, that's cute.
Here they are. Meow.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. I'm Daniela.
And I'm John. Please like and share if you're enjoying the content, and if you're new here, please subscribe.
And click the little bell to receive notifications every time we upload a new video.
So, movie number 3.
Movie number 3, Countdown to Christmas continues.
How are you feeling about it? Overall?
Loving it so far. Overall,
Yeah.
loving it so far. Very, very happy with it.
Me too.
Hallmark, you're doing a good job.
Yes, quite. Today we are reviewing
A Kismet Christmas. So, in our short, we made a prediction that this was going to be a big miss.
Not a big miss. We just
No?
both thought. No, I mean I don't think we said.
I thought it was going to be a big miss.
She exaggerates everything, but it was
whatever.
It was definitely gonna. We both said a miss.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to see how that pans out.
But first,
What is this one about?
Sarah, played by Sarah Ramos, a famous children's book author who returns to her hometown where she reconnects with her family and her teenage crush, Travis, played by Carlo Marx, soon discovers that a family legend which says if a Kismet cookie is placed under your pillow at night, you will dream of your true love, might actually be true. Nice and concise today.
I mean, right away, we didn't write this anywhere in the review. The cookie under the pillow thing seems kind of weird. Like, did they have to eat it, or they just slept on it? So
No, they just slept on it.
Why are these cookies so hard to make if nobody ever ate them? They just like put their ear sweat on it like all night.
Well, you know, that and many other things are one of the many plot holes in this,
well, I do like
this one.
I still like the sentiment though. It's magical cookie.
I
sure.
get it.
I think
I love Magic Christmas.
I was
but-
into it. I just wanted to know more about the cookie, and we just never got it.
Yeah.
So what did you think though?
You know, this started off better than I thought it would. There was a nice little narrative device where they froze the frame and then they added a voiceover to indicate that someone was telling someone else's story. And I liked that.
But what Daniela didn't know was things were about to get real mediocre.
Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. But then that narrative device never happens again. And then things start to go really mediocre from there.
If you mean it started good, as in like the first 25 seconds was good, then maybe, but
Well,
like...
I thought maybe like the first 5 minutes.
Oh, really? I mean, for me, the entire intro was like a train wreck, and it was very awkward. And I get they were supposed to be like awkward teens, but the timeline was weird.
The barrettes were weird.
That's one of my least things that bothered
I'm
me.
just that's more nitpicky, if anything.
The start of this was so bad that it kind of tainted the rest of the movie. So it was at 2 turtle doves within 4 minutes. So it had to try to redeem itself the entire movie. So I guess we'll have to see if it got there.
That's pretty low, too. That's pretty low.
That's where it started by the intro. I was like, oh, this is bad already. But
I didn't hate the intro as much. I actually was pleasantly surprised by the intro. I thought the flashback was a bit too long. Like, I thought the whole introduction went on a bit too long.
yeah, it was like 6 scenes, and it had like the dream filter on the entire thing.
On the edges, there was a bit of a blur and white haze.
I will say
on the
that
edge.
once they went to present day, I was kind of like,
Yeah, it was too long. I thought it was a bit too long, too. I don't think you needed that much story building in the beginning.
Fair.
We get it, you know? Like, you don't have to, like, spoon-feed us that much. I found myself invested more in the story and not the characters at all. I didn't really care about these characters. And the only aspect of the story that I was actually interested in was the magical Kismet cookies.
cookies, I know, and they
not
never
the
went
book
there.
that she's writing.
I was just wanting. Yeah, the book that was about the
I didn't
cookies.
care about that at all. I wanted more magic cookie. Like, let's focus on that. And
I want to know more about the secret cubbyhole that gives recipes.
in the house.
I mean, that's
so
some
interesting.
weird Christmas haunted shit that
I loved
love.
that aspect. I wish they focused more on that as opposed to her being this children's author.
At least they went back
scavenger
to it.
hunt thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't
it was
into
a little
it.
disconnected, yeah.
I also didn't really buy the chemistry between them. I don't know. I just thought I thought they were awkward together.
No, I think they really went for that intro thing and kept the chemistry awkward, which
And
didn't really
they were
work
both
out.
juvenile throughout the whole thing.
I don't mind that. I feel like that can work playfully. I just don't feel like they were actually juvenile. It was kind of like Carlo Marx seemed a little more at home in the role, and he could be. That is Carlo Marx's character. That's who he kind of always is, right?
Well, why don't we talk about some things that we did actually like?
What did you actually like about this?
Well, you know what? I really liked the setting. I thought it was very Christmassy. There was a lot of shots of like cozy bedrooms with like an insane amount of paper snowflakes and fairy lights, and I thought that was very cozy and warm. The cabin they went to was really sweet and very Christmassy. The house, like the grandmother's house, was lovely. There was this really cool outdoor Christmas marketplace enclave thing that looked
Christmas
cool.
enclave, that was beautiful.
So I thought
the costumes were nice because it was Dickens in the Park.
So costume and production design, great. Very good, very good. But really, you know, what it comes down to is there really wasn't anything memorable. There were no memorable moments or lines that really stood out to me. And that's bad. Like, that's a bad sign.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, it just kind of floated past.
It meandered, but there wasn't anything terrible. Like, yeah, I said I didn't like the intro and I thought it set up the movie badly, and it did. But you know, nothing was terrible. Nothing was terrible in this movie.
As I said, just things got mediocre for me.
That's a comfortable spot in Hallmark. I know a lot of people did like this movie because I can absolutely see the appeal. It's very easy.
Very easy.
Easy to digest.
But for me, I personally thought Hallmark had 2 huge home runs. First 2 Countdown to Christmas movies. So to go to this is a bit of a letdown, but it's
it's expected. Yeah,
it's expected. I know you can't keep up that. You can't keep up that caliber.
Quite honestly, in another universe or another year, this movie probably would have been the good one.
Sure, sure. I agree with that. Yeah. Why don't we talk about performances?
You were saying nobody really stood out to you?
I couldn't even pick one, you know. I thought everyone was just really neutral to me. Even Mary Lou Henner, who I loved. I loved her in Love Lights Hanukkah. I love seeing her in everything.
Yeah, she just kind of floated around being ghosty the entire movie because she was hiding something and, you know, wearing fun outfits. I guess is what she did in this movie. But
everyone was just like pretty good.
I'd have to say Carlo Marx stood out for me only because, I don't know, he seemed like the star of the movie. And he played his Carlo Marx character, which is usually a divorced dad.
Divorced dad, kind of nerdy.
Kind of nerdy and like cash. Like he does that well. Like I like him. I want to see him matched up with somebody that he really has good chemistry with because I haven't seen it yet with him. And I don't think it's him necessarily. It's like, you know, you gotta spin the Hallmark wheel. They have a lot of cast members.
You know, I'm a Brooke Dorsey fan. I'd love to see them together.
That could work. Nice.
Mind you, for me, Brooke Dorsey and Christopher Polaha, they were perfect.
They were. But Brooke Dorsey's also, she feels like somebody that could work with anybody. I mean, she worked with Jonathan Bennett. If she can make chemistry with somebody that's gay.
And they were so good together.
Yeah, they were great.
Oh my God, I loved that one. Anyway, yeah, so, you know, nothing too memorable. Nothing really stood out.
Actually,
okay.
I liked Jazzy. The kid.
The kid was cute.
The kid was cute.
She was cute. Yeah.
Is it time to get to our Nit Picky list?
Let's get to Nit Picky. There's quite a bit here.
I mean, they're all pretty nitpicky and stupid.
They're all pretty small, but so Sarah runs over to Travis's house right at the beginning.
This is the next day, so it's just kind of weird.
I don't even know.
And they're getting married in his living room.
Well, he's getting married
she had no idea,
to somebody else in his living room, yet when she runs over and knocks on the door, he answers the door.
And literally the night before she had the cookie wet dream thing.
But our question was, well, when exactly was that marriage in the house? Did we jump ahead in time at all?
No, I think that was the next day. Like, that's why it was so weird. And it was like,
it wasn't
and
clear.
Also, he looked like he aged or matured like 5 or 6 years overnight because he was like, the night before he was like jean jacket, backwards hat. He looked like Adam Sandler.
He totally looked like Adam Sandler. Yeah! But maybe it's because he was in a suit and he was getting married that maybe he came across as
probably.
Like,
but like, how does that go unknown? At one point in the intro, Mary Lou Henner gives a look. Oh, don't let her know that he's getting married next door or whatever. And it's just like, okay, whatever.
Oh, that's what the look was.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. But like, honestly, it seems like they were friends. They were good friends. They went to high school together. They had like a brother-sister kind of thing.
I feel like they could have.
And you're not going to tell her that you're getting married?
Yeah.
In the house next door?
Just throw some snowballs and.
It's a bit much. Yeah. It's a bit much. I also didn't really like the scene where she huff and puffs like a big child after she sees that he's getting married, and then she rips the recipe like a little.
Rips up this cosmic recipe.
She was like a petulant child.
Yeah,
that's
but she's also supposed to be like 17, 18.
Exactly.
Like, you're still an adult. Sorry. Like.
Yeah.
They kind of played it like she was like a 13-year-old or something, and it was just really awkward.
I also found that it was a little bit strange that when she comes back to her hometown and starts hanging out with Travis again, like she doesn't inquire about his wife. He's got a kid now, and I just thought it was really, hey, like, where's your wife and why are you, I don't know, like we're hanging out a lot together. Is she not around? Like we find out literally halfway through the movie.
Even more, yeah. And then he's just gonna like, and she finally asked the question and is like, so how long did the marriage last? I guess it was just assumed.
So we just assumed.
Maybe we missed a line where like her mom said they divorced. Yeah, it was like
we thought that she may have passed away.
It would have been so much easier if she died. To have the dead wife, at least you feel sorry for him a little bit, not just kind of like, oh yeah, she's just touring the world and
that's what I thought.
ran off on her kid, and then her kid's trying to latch on to like every female.
It was all very strange, and I thought it was inappropriate at first, but then I realized they were divorced. So I'm like, okay, not as inappropriate as I thought, but
yeah, just awkward.
Halfway through the movie we find out. I don't know. We should have found out sooner. Me as the girl hanging out with the guy would have asked him, how's your wife? What's new with your wife? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Whatever.
Next Nit Picky would be Skinny Santa.
What was that?
Carlo Marx is the skinniest, most malnourished Santa I've ever seen in my life.
You know,
someone get this man some milk and cookies.
Exactly. Usually when you play Santa, there's like a pillow for your belly.
Or anything. Like he literally had this belt tied around his waist and he looked like Jack Skellington from A Nightmare Before Christmas.
He did.
Like,
I mean, maybe it was supposed to be funny or whatever, but
I mean, I guess so.
It
But
stood out to
everybody
me.
else was decked out and doing the thing properly. You can't find like an older, fatter man. Like it's Santa. Don't mess with Santa.
Everyone dressed perfectly for the Dickens.
The mayor could have been
right?
Santa.
Yeah, that's true. He was bigger.
Everybody was dressed in that he looked like.
So it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't do an accurate Santa Claus if everything else was accurate to be in like a Dickens story.
Yeah,
right?
It was more like he was bad Santa.
So weird. Well, this is why it's nitpicky. Something that stood out to me, and it was super fast. There's one clip where they're at the cabin, and she does this really lame fall, and she falls kind of backwards because she steps on literally the smallest mound of snow that even a child probably wouldn't slip on.
It was a little silly.
Like at least make a sheet of ice or something, and you kind of flip backwards, and you're like, oh my god, and then like have it a bit more dramatic, and so he's actually like protecting you and like saving you.
Probably the only safe way they could do it, because it was real snow at least.
It stood out to me. I was like, really? You tripped over that little thing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Silly.
At least try to make it like scary or challenging. I don't know.
And this is the last one, and we're gonna play a quick clip of Carlo Marx saying the most unromantic line ever
Right
in
at
a
the
romantic
end.
scene.
I know. It's so strange.
Screaming, running, blocking the deadbolt.
So why don't we talk about the writer and director?
Yeah, the writer here is Betsy Morris. Some other writing credits include A Song for Christmas, Snow Coming, Last Call at Murray's, and to be honest, I'm only really familiar with one of those, A Song for Christmas. I don't know about Snow Coming.
I'm a little foggy. Snow Coming I feel like we saw, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
I'll have to
know.
look it up.
The director here is Mark Jean. Some other directing credits include 8 Gifts of Hanukkah, Love Lights Hanukkah, who does a lot of the Hanukkah ones, and an episode or two, I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2, of the Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries.
Oh.
So yeah,
Well.
some good credits there.
Interesting. So bring up the prediction scoreboard. Looks like it is 3-2 for me.
We were both right on this one though. We said it was gonna be a miss, and we were both right. You're still leading here. You gotta fail at
Well,
one.
I'm batting 1,000.
I know. 3-2.
All right, well, let's bring up the Christmas meter and see where this one ranks. Christmasly.
No. Okay, so I'm going to give A Kismet Christmas 5 golden rings.
Nominal. Noble, even. Yeah. And I'm gonna give A Kismet Christmas 6 geese a-laying. This is where it works. It's a soft miss.
You're doing the thing I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
but now it makes sense.
Fine. Fine. Okay, so
But both of them not horrible
but
at
very
all.
mediocre and kind of forgettable.
And it definitely deserves a miss.
Yeah. Yeah, so why don't we get to our Christmas Hallmark checklist? Yeah?
It is time.
Christmas confusion. No.
No, it's not. Christmas party.
No. A character with a holiday name. No. I don't think so.
Reference to or picking out the perfect tree.
Definitely.
Very much so. And they decorated one. And
They chopped one down.
chopped one down.
That was amazing.
The whole
That was
deal.
cool.
Yeah, you know what? This one did tick off a lot of the little Christmassy things.
That was cool. I liked that they went and chopped it down. Ice skating. I'm gonna say no because it wasn't on screen.
I'm gonna say yes because, you know, if we're gonna let it slide when it's just like an overhead shot in the intro, which it is in most movies, at least in this movie, they mentioned it.
They talk about it on
So
the front.
Jasmine went ice skating. I say it's
Okay, fine, let's
it's
give it a
in
yes.
there.
Let's
give
give
it
it a yes.
Give it something. Santa makes an appearance. Yes, he did.
Skinny
a very
Santa.
skinny appearance.
Skinny Santa. Character obsessed with Christmas. I thought the town was pretty obsessed.
No, I don't think it wasn't like
Okay.
It wasn't like We Wish You a Merry Christmas where everybody was kind of into Christmas games. This
Okay,
was
let's
just
say
like
no.
a Dickens festival.
Yeah.
I mean, and no
True.
one character stood out and said that.
Let's say no.
A hot beverage. Yeah, many. What were those things we were drinking? Just hot cider?
Like hot cider. I thought it was a hot toddy, but I could be totally wrong.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could put whiskey in it. Is that really different?
I don't know. Horse-drawn sleigh. No. I didn't see that.
Christmas in the title.
Definitely. Granted a Christmas wish. Well, yes, because the cookies grant you a wish.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snowball fight.
Yes, two.
A few.
Actually, more than two.
At first, it was just him throwing snowballs at her, but
And then
she
she
did
got-
retaliate, which would make it a long-form snowball fight.
Yeah, it was good. I liked that. Caroling.
No, you were waiting for it the entire movie.
I was
It
waiting
like, Here
for
comes
it.
the caroling. I'm like, it's a Dickens festival. It's not
thought
singing.
they would
It's like
carol.
they just speak in unison.
I was waiting for it.
And to all a good night.
I was hoping for it. It needed it.
Yeah. Christmas magic. Yes.
Definitely. This one definitely was all about that, but they needed to push it even more.
They really should have pushed it more.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have. Mistletoe kiss.
No.
No. Yes.
Real snow. We're gonna change this one
This is
too.
a new one. We used to have fake digital snow,
Yeah,
but
we want these to be good hits.
we wanted to focus on the positive, not the negatives. So
yeah. And this one had real snow for sure.
I think so, especially on the floor.
It had a
on the
mix,
floor,
yeah,
on the
yeah.
ground. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well.
So let us know what you thought of A Kismet Christmas. Where did it fall on the meter for you guys?
Yeah. What's up next?
Cozy Christmas Inn.
A cozy Christmas Inn.
Yeah.
Oh man, this one's gonna be weird.
We got another packed weekend of Christmas movies, which is fantastic.
This is how we go. Slide
It's
downhill.
gonna be busy, guys.
Well, until next episode. Happy countdown to Christmas.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.